Tonight, the Caribbean is living through a moment that will be remembered for generations. A storm so powerful, so relentless, that it has changed the landscape, the infrastructure, and the emotional fabric of Jamaica in just a matter of hours. Hurricane Melissa once again proving why nature remains the most commanding force on our planet. And now, this same storm is turning toward Cuba, still extremely dangerous, still carrying the potential for catastrophic damage. If you are watching this right now, take a moment to subscribe, because we are tracking every development, every emergency alert, and every regional impact as it happens. No hype, just real updates that matter. Hurricane Melissa made landfall in Jamaica on Tuesday afternoon as a Category 5 hurricane, one of the strongest storms to ever hit the island since hurricane records began. With 185-mile-per-hour sustained winds, life-threatening storm surge, and rainfall totals nearing 30 inches in some regions, Jamaica has endured what government officials are calling one of the worst natural disasters in modern Jamaican history. Desmond McKenzie, the government official leading Jamaica's national disaster response, spoke clearly and directly during a televised briefing. Jamaica has gone through what I can call one of its worst experiences. That statement, from a leader who has lived through multiple disasters, conveys the scale of what unfolded today. Melissa struck land near the community of New Hope on Jamaica's southern coast. The storm's eyewall, the center of its most violent winds, then traveled slowly across the island, chewing through homes, power lines, crops, and communication networks before pushing back out into the Caribbean Sea several hours later. However, and this is critical, the danger in Jamaica is not over. Even though the center of the storm has moved offshore, damaging winds, flooding, and deadly mudslide threats continue, especially in mountainous areas and regions now saturated by persistent rainfall. Government forecasts warn that even another 6 to 12 inches of rainfall could fall tonight. In some central parishes, where the terrain forces water downhill into communities, that could be the difference between flooding and total displacement. Before Melissa even made landfall, Jamaica's electric grid was already under strain. The combination of violent wind, lightning, and falling debris forced the shutdown of power facilities across multiple parishes. According to government officials, over 530,000 residents, more than one-third of the island, were without electricity by late afternoon. That number may grow overnight as winds continue and access becomes more difficult. Several major hospitals experienced storm-related damage, and at least 75 patients had to be evacuated in emergency conditions. This has made disaster response extraordinarily difficult. Roads across the island are blocked by washed-out bridges, mudslides, downed trees, and flooded highways. Some regions, including the hard-hit parish of St. Elizabeth, are described as underwater. Emergency teams have reported families trapped in their homes, unable to evacuate or be rescued due to dangerous conditions. Officials have confirmed rescue crews are standing by, waiting for winds to weaken enough to move in safely. This is still a developing emergency. And the situation remains high risk through the night. If you are watching from Jamaica, please stay inside. Do not attempt to travel. Do not go outside to inspect damage. Do not walk into floodwaters. Hurricane Melissa has already been linked to 7 lives lost before Jamaica's landfall, 3 in Haiti, 1 in the Dominican Republic, and 3 in Jamaica during storm preparations. No further deaths have been confirmed, and rescuers are working desperately to ensure it stays that way. Across the island, neighbors are checking on neighbors, sharing supplies, reinforcing shelters, and staying connected through battery-powered radios. Jamaica's social unity and resilience, always a defining part of its identity, is once again shining through. One Kingston resident described preparing with his family. "We made sure we have water for at least a week, food already cooked in case power goes. Everyone is sharing information. Everyone is checking on everyone. There's a community spirit even in the fear." This sentiment echoes what many Jamaicans have expressed for years. Disaster may hit the island hard, but the people stand even harder. After crossing Jamaica, Melissa has re-entered the open Caribbean Sea, and although its peak intensity has reduced from 185 miles per hour to roughly 140 miles per hour, the storm remains extremely dangerous. Cuba's eastern provinces, including Guantanamo, Granma, and Santiago de Cuba, are bracing for direct landfall overnight. Forecasters warn of sustained winds around 140 miles per hour, 10 to 20 inches of rain, life-threatening flash floods, storm surge up to 12 feet, and widespread structural impact in coastal regions. Cuban President Diaz-Canel addressed the nation with a message of resolve and caution. We count on the heroism and resilience of the Cuban people, but we ask that no one take unnecessary risks. Shelter now, protect life first. This is expected to be one of the strongest storms ever to strike Cuban territory. Once Melissa passes Cuba, it is projected to move toward the southern Bahamas by Wednesday afternoon. While the storm may weaken slightly due to land interaction, it will still hold dangerous power. Communities across the Bahamas should be preparing now, not later. Meteorologists track hurricanes using wind speed and central pressure. The lower the pressure, the stronger the storm. Melissa is now ranked among the strongest hurricanes ever recorded in the Atlantic, with a central pressure of 892 millibars, lower than Hurricane Katrina. Only 2 Atlantic storms in recorded history have had lower pressure. This places Melissa in extremely rare atmospheric territory. This storm will be studied for years. This storm is still ongoing. Conditions are still evolving. Rescue operations are still paused in many regions due to dangerous weather. We will continue to report damage assessments, emergency response efforts, power restoration progress, community recovery needs, updates for Cuba and the Bahamas, rebuilding assistance details when available. So if you have not subscribed, please do that now. Your support helps this information reach more people who need to stay informed and safe. To the people of Jamaica, Haiti, Cuba, the Bahamas, and the Caribbean diaspora around the world, we see you, we stand with you, we are reporting for you. If you are watching this, comment where you are watching from. Tell us how the storm is affecting your community. And, most importantly, stay safe, stay aware, stay connected. And before you go, please subscribe. We will be here with you through the aftermath, the recovery, and the rebuilding. This is American Bulletin News. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, and we will continue to update you.